Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of The Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys checking the video out today. And before we get started here, I know a lot of guys have been talking about the reverb in the tackle room here, because I've got it set up in my garage here, and it's a two, well, you can see right here, it's a garage that's got two stalls in it here, and it really reverbs a lot. So I'm trying to figure out how to stop it. I'll keep working on it, so just bear with me on that. But anyway, guys, if you all saw the video I did yesterday on my other channel, Intuitive Angling, I was talking about fishing a jerkbait around break walls and marina docks. And today I'm going to give you guys a different alternative, which is fishing a small Megabass SV3 spinnerbait on the same areas. And I'm going to sort of tell you when the spinnerbait works a little bit better than the jerkbait. So I think it's going to add up to some good fish for you guys. Real quick, just wanted to give you guys a weekly reminder about our virtual lessons that we're offering on Fish the Moment, guys. If you guys want to book a 1 hour Zoom call with me, we can go over any topic you want to in fishing. And we sort of use this in correlation with our lake map breakdowns. If any of the lakes you're looking for are not on our website, we can go over them on the virtual lessons. So I'll put the links in the description there. Much appreciated. Okay guys, if you didn't hear the video yesterday, I was talking about how good it was to fish wave breaks and marina docks in the summertime, specifically in the month of August. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with what a wave break is, they are man-made structures that are usually set out in front of the marina areas to keep the waves from hitting against the marina docks. And they're made out of, tires sometimes, out of metal sometimes, but they're pretty common around the country. And then you have the marina docks, or traditionally floating docks that are over deeper water, and you can catch a lot of fish around them on jerk baits. But guys, one of my favorite baits to throw on them is this Megabass SV3 spinnerbait. It's a small willow leaf spinnerbait, and also I'll put the link in the description at Baitworks if you guys want to get a couple of them. But anyway, guys, the spinnerbait will outproduce the jerk bait or any other lure that you can throw under certain conditions. If you have water visibility in the lake that you're fishing, let's say under 2.5 foot. Now, say for example, like in Grand Lake in Oklahoma, where I fish a lot, we've got a lot of water visibility in that 1 to 2 foot. If you've got that dirtier water, and also if you fish these areas under low light conditions, like early in the morning, late in the evening, or on a cloudy day, you can take this spinnerbait and throw it up next to those wave breaks and the marina docks and just reel it about 1 foot or 2 underneath the surface. And those fish will dart out from underneath that dock and hammer the spinnerbait under those conditions. Now, one of my favorite ways to do it is I like to take the spinnerbait. This is the 3/8 ounce model right here, which is the one I prefer. And I put it on a fairly long, stiff rod, either my flipping stick or like some type of a 7-foot medium heavy rod. And when I'm working around those marina docks, now a lot of times I like to fish the outside corners. That's normally where the fish are at in the summertime. But another good way to catch them on the spinnerbait is if you guys are working around the docks and you got docks with, some's got boats in them, some doesn't have boats in them. Take the spinnerbait on your flipping stick or that stiff rod and flip it up in there between the dock and the boat that's sitting there. Now usually there's like maybe this big of a gap or so, but just pitch that spinnerbait up there in the shade and do the same thing, reel it in there. And man, you guys can catch some good fish under those conditions. It really works good, if you got a little bit more off-colored water with it. Another thing with that is you want to fish it fairly fast. You don't want to throw it up there and just like slow roll it in there. Throw it up there, reel it with a fairly fast stop and go retrieve. Reel it 3 or 4 times and stop it like that. Again, trying to keep the bait maybe, a foot, no more than 1.5 or 2 feet under the water. But anyway, guys, it's a really good technique in the month of August and early September. That's when the fish use this. And also, guys, if you have a lake that has floating docks besides marina docks, like for example, Table Rock Lake here in Missouri, or Lake of the Ozarks, or if you guys fish maybe like Lake Lanier in Georgia, places that have floating boat docks, you can do the same thing with the spinnerbait there under those conditions. And also, even if you don't have the stained water, if you get out there early in the morning when the light level's low, maybe like the first hour or 2 after daylight, they'll also hit the spinnerbait better than the jerkbait. But anyway, guys, it's a good way to catch a lot of fish. This is a pattern where you're not going to catch many big fish or even quality size fish, but you catch a lot of keeper size fish. I catch a lot of fish between like 1.5 to 2.5 pounds on this technique right now, August and September. So anyway, give it a try, guys. We'll talk later. See you.